Danielle Bertoloni's journey began in Oregon before she relocated to central Maine around 1997. She possessed a spirited and unapologetic nature. At the tender age of 20, Danielle faced a life-altering hardship. In 2010, Danielle received the news that she was expecting a child, and an ultrasound revealed that she was carrying a boy. With unwavering determination, she named him Xavier David and experienced labor when she was only 6.5 months into her pregnancy. Tragically, she was informed that her baby had Edwards syndrome, a form of trisomy 18. Xavier had an extra Y chromosome, and medical professionals discovered 2 tumors on his brain and a single kidney. Bleakly, they cautioned that he might not even draw his first breath if he survived until full term. In the face of a perilous situation, the doctor recommended sending Danielle to Boston for a late-term termination to mitigate the danger to her life. However, Danielle resolutely refused, stating, under any circumstances, "No, I do not want to have a termination. I will take my chances." Just 2 days after receiving this distressing prognosis, her water broke. Danielle's life underwent a profound transformation following the tragic loss of her son, Xavier. In search of healing, she made the bold decision to leave her life in Maine behind, embarking on a journey to California 2 months later. Her destination was a picturesque region nestled along California's northern coast, known as Humboldt County, home to the towering giants of the natural world, the giant redwoods. The majestic beauty of these trees stood in stark contrast to the darker elements that plagued the area, including crime and the widespread presence of drugs. Alder Point, a small town in Humboldt County, found itself in the shadow of a notorious peak ominously referred to as Murder Mountain. This name originated from the chilling history of a serial killer couple, Michael Bear Carson and Suzanne Carson, who sought refuge in its depths after committing a gruesome murder in 1982. However, the moniker endured due to the unsettling number of people who went missing and were discovered deceased in Humboldt County. Humboldt County was a key player in the infamous Emerald Triangle, a cluster of 3 counties notorious for being the largest marijuana producer in the country. It was also a haven for those looking to disappear from the grid, making it all too easy for individuals to vanish. Murder Mountain was infamous not only for its illegal marijuana cultivation, but also for the production of meth and heroin. As reported in a Rolling Stone article, casting a shadow over the seemingly sunny corner of California. Within this perilous setting, Danielle found employment as a marijuana trimmer among the cannabis cultivators on Murder Mountain. Yet, California did not hold the answers she sought, and she gradually fell in with a perilous crowd, becoming ensnarled in a cycle of drug dependency as a means of coping with her trauma. Tragically, on February 9th, 2014, her path took a fateful turn in Bridgeville, near the Swains Flat area of Highway 36. She was last seen getting into a car with an unknown male, who was believed to be offering her a ride back to the house where she was staying in Fortuna. From that day onward, Danielle was never seen alive again. Growing increasingly concerned, Billy Jo, her sister, reported Danielle missing to the Humboldt County Sheriff's Office on February 19th, 2014. As her silence and lack of communication with family for over 2 weeks were highly unusual. Billy Jo and Danielle were exceptionally close, speaking almost daily. A year later, on March 9th, 2015, a disturbing discovery was made when an ATV rider spotted a human skull along the Eel River while cutting a new path. Sadly, Danielle is not the only woman to go missing in Humboldt County, California. In fact, she is more famously known as one of the Humboldt County Five, previously known as the Humboldt Missing Five, a group of young women who went missing and whose story seems similar or possibly related. Sheila Franks, a resilient divorced mother of two, resided in the picturesque region of Rio Dell. She wasn't just a mother, but also a cherished sister and daughter. Her sudden disappearance sent shockwaves through her family, leaving them reeling in anguish. In poignant Facebook posts, her older sister affectionately recalls how Sheila used to be quite the pest in her younger years, always eager to follow in her footsteps, tagging along with her and her friends, and forever rummaging through her belongings. The deep bond of love between the two sisters was unmistakable. While much of Sheila's life remains shrouded in mystery, her sister paints a portrait, a woman who epitomized strength, surviving a life that few could endure. Sheila's true story, known to only a select few, spoke of her indomitable spirit and tenacity. Little is known about the fateful day when Sheila vanished. On a chilly February 2nd, 2014 morning, Sheila adhered to her customary routine by sending a text message to her youngest son, a gesture of her enduring maternal love. She maintained a constant connection with both of her sons, never letting the distance separate their hearts. James Jones, the man whom Sheila shared her life, recounted that she set out for a walk and inexplicably never returned. Beneath the surface of Sheila's relationship with Jones lay a turbulent undercurrent of violence. Her sister, a witness to the troubled dynamics of their union, noted signs of turmoil, including physical abuse at the hands of Jones. "Well, Jimmy and I got into a fight and he punched me, gave me a black eye," she disclosed. Jones, a laborer in a sawmill, bore a history tainted by arrest related to drugs and domestic violence. He was named as a person of interest in both Sheila's and Danielle Bertoloni's disappearances, the last individual seen with each of them. In a hauntingly swift succession, not long after Sheila's vanishing, Danielle Bertoloni also mysteriously went missing. Her final sighting involved her getting into a vehicle with a man on February 9th, 2014. As details from both cases unfurled, the unsettling connections between Danielle and Sheila's cases grew undeniable, compelling both families to join forces in their quest to locate their missing loved ones. Sheila's mother, overwhelmed by a foreboding sense of dread, reported her daughter missing in March of 2013. On Memorial Day weekend of 2014, families combed the vast expanse of Humboldt County, tirelessly searching for their cherished kin. The following year, the police chief formally recognized that these cases were intricately linked, sharing a common person of interest. In April 2015, a prominent missing persons advocacy agency forged a connection between Sheila's case and those of Danielle Bertoloni, Jennifer Wilmer, Christine Walters, and Karen Mitchell. They were collectively referred to as the Humboldt Five. This name was chosen with the hope of heightening public awareness about these interconnected cases. Sadly, in June 2019, a femur was discovered in Eel Creek, just downstream from where Danielle's skull had been found earlier. The grim discovery was identified as belonging to Sheila in September of 2019, bringing a bittersweet sense of closure to a long and painful chapter in the lives of those who had tirelessly searched for her. Sadly, Danielle and Sheila aren't the only women to go missing in Humboldt County. In fact, they are more famously known as two of the Humboldt County Five, previously known as the Humboldt Missing Five, a group of young women who went missing and whose stories seem similar or possibly related.